Welcome to Sit Down and Game. I'm your host this week, the Internet's Buzz Stringer, and joining me is Robert Dunn.
Hello.
And to my right, Mark Harrison.
Hello.
So let's start talking about gaming. I first started gaming when I was about 7, I think. PlayStation 1, really early. My parents got me a PlayStation 1, launched Christmas.
Nice.
And I haven't stopped playing since.
You got the bug.
I got the bug. So now I'm moved over to PC.
Cool.
Doing a couple of videos on PC gaming from the couch.
I've seen them.
You've seen them?
Good.
They are good.
They are good.
They are brilliant.
I'll check them out. Funny American accent you sometimes
no,
put on.
There's no American accent. That was a time long ago. So yeah, we'll take it over to Rob.
Yeah, cool. Well, I've been gaming literally as longer than Buzz. I'm a little bit older than him. I remember my first experience being a Sega Master System. Yes. With preloaded Alex the Kid. Brilliant. Anyone remembers Alex the Kid?
Oh, yeah, I do remember.
Yeah, fantastic platformer. And then I've gone through pretty much everything really. ZX Spectrum, Commodore 64, and then just followed the trend of all the consoles. Yeah. But now I've been part of the master race. We'll discuss this later.
I'm yet to catch up on it. Master race.
Part of the master race. I've been doing PC gaming now for probably about 4 or 5 years. Like Mitch, I do a little bit of Twitch streaming, and that's my hobby. That's my the big thing I'm into. So that's me. Hello. Now I'll hand you over to Mark.
Hello. I probably started. I reckon I had the Nintendo, the NES, the first one. Yeah.
Oh, the
very little grey one.
Top loader.
Blow the cartridge. Yeah. And all the old cheap cartridges, and absolutely love that. Cheap cartridges. Yeah. I love a cheap cartridge. Yes, I'm a cheater. And on Nintendo, I had a Super Nintendo. I had a Sega Mega Drive.
Yeah.
And then I did get a PlayStation, first one. My dad's excuse was, it was for me. My dad was playing and taking over the PlayStation all the time. But and that's...
Didn't he do that with PlayStation 2 as well?
Hey?
Didn't he do that with PlayStation 2? I remember.
Mainly PlayStation 1. He wasn't really interested in anything else after that. He kind of just went off that sort of thing.
Oh.
Then I just,
Is that because you got really into?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty much. All the games for me, but the games were expensive back then, I think.
Yeah, they were proper price.
Yeah.
You could afford once a month.
If
you're lucky.
If that.
But didn't you love getting a new one in a pristine box?
Oh yes.
And then 2 days later it was wrecked.
Do you know what I missed out? do you know what I really missed out? The fact that you don't get thick manuals and instructions.
Yeah. I love looking at the manual.
Yeah, I absolutely love going through that.
I love the smell of manuals.
That's another topic.
That's a completely different show. You don't want to see that one.
The smell of a new manual was not like any other smell of a book. So it smelled fresh and it smelled like a new game. Did it smell like other books to you?
What?
Are you saying it smelled like other books?
No, I'm not a book reader. The only book I read was like toilet reading, which was generally a game manual, and I knew it word for word.
Very much.
But I like the idea now of not having a manual because it means you get straight into the game.
But I don't know, I was interested. I used to love reading them.
Did you?
Yeah, and finding out about all the characters in the game.
That's true. Yeah, and I do. Yeah,
you read all the characters and what you were going to face and all that sort of stuff.
There's a lot.
There's a
lot of backstory there. There was a lot of artwork.
Yeah,
but they had to rely on it, I suppose, when you think about it, didn't they?
Yeah,
because there was not really any cutscenes when we first started gaming.
True.
So you needed to know like why you wanted to jump on that boss's head.
Fair enough.
Otherwise, what would be the motive for doing it?
Yeah.
So, big gaming news this week is, of course, E3!
We cannot
Which
wait.
is probably on as you're watching this.
Yeah.
So could you please maybe pause this show, go and watch E3 and then please come back.
Save it, yeah, save it in your watch list.
So we'll talk about E3, the upcoming games, what we think is going to happen, and
see
you
how-
can see if we're right or not.
We're going to be completely wrong. Completely wrong. I'm wrong every year. I play this game at home, I'm wrong every year. You still try though, don't you?
Yeah, that's it. So what are you most looking forward to in terms of press conferences? Who do you think is going to be the most interesting this year?
I think PlayStation. Because of PSVR.
Yeah.
I think they're going to kill the show.
I think they're going to absolutely take over the show.
Yeah.
And they're going to have a lot of launch. Apparently, there's going to be 50 launch total with the PSVR. And that's an insane amount.
That is,
I know.
but it needs it.
It needs it because it's late in the running of all the other VRs that are out. Well,
That's
two
more
VRs,
than
main two VRs are out.
any console launch ever, isn't it? I know it's not a new console launch, but it's a new platform.
As a new platform, I would probably say it's definitely up there with
it's
like
not
some
going
of
to
the
be
best.
50 like AAA rated.
Of course.
No,
obviously,
and you'll
it's gonna
probably find a lot of them will be like just tech demos and stuff like that. But still,
But still,
you
that's
know,
pretty-
that's a lot of
pretty cool.
content
Yeah.
to justify the 350 quid
That's it.
price. If you're not
That's it.
lucky enough to own a Rift,
And you do also, if you haven't already got one, have to get the camera,
yes.
which is an extra. Well,
Well, they're going to do a bundle, aren't they?
They are doing a bundle,
They're going to do a
yeah,
bundle
400,
400 quid, yeah. So that's good if you don't already have a camera,
don't already
which
have
I
it.
don't.
And it's finally used for the camera for the people who did buy it.
Yes.
I bought the camera on launch night.
Yeah,
I used it once for the playroom.
What are they going to do with their papers now? You know, they might blow away in the wind.
No, that's it.
You know, they might have to actually buy a paperweight. Oh God, dear.
And also introducing the move controllers as well with some of the games.
Yes, yeah. So I can blow mine off.
It looks like it is. I don't think.
Because I really like the move controllers. I really like the move controllers. When I first had them, I just thought this is like brilliant. It was a bit like the Wii.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to go somewhere, and then like everything, it's
So the only major game I had on it was this like this. That's just so stupid, like a building block game. I don't know if you ever played. You had to just stack all these bricks up. You had to balance them.
Oh, right.
I cannot remember what the game was called. It was really annoying, but. So your challenge was like you, for example, you had 10 objects and you had to put them in the balance, and that was using the move control. And the good thing of that was the amount of depth you given to the game moving forward.
Oh yeah, I played that. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
I don't know
You
what
played
it
that?
is.
That was actually pretty cool, but I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, it's like some of the early VR demos, but it's literally you can build like a Jenga.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, really?
Tower,
Yeah,
yeah.
tiny blocks
All
out.
different shapes. Like you had circles and stuff in you, so you balance all
Yeah.
on, make sure you get it all in the right place. And that was quite addictive. Simple,
And you
very
can knock it
simple.
over.
Yeah, sometimes the more simple games are addictive. aren't they?
Fun than
You're one of them, aren't you?
Yeah. I've spent hours building something and then just.
Just knock it over. You'd be the sort of person that I'd make a really cool deck of card tower, and you just come up.
Yeah.
And blow it over with.
Oh no, I wouldn't do it to somebody else's.
Oh,
I'd do
okay.
it to my own. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought that looks beautiful. I spent hours on it and just take the bottom one out.
Well, I remember playing a game called. Do you remember the series Soken?
Vaguely.
Third person
Yeah.
army sort of.
Oh no,
stuff-based-
yeah, I do. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
I've never played it. I know.
Okay,
that, yeah.
well they released a VR, a touch controller dependent game on that, and that was rubbish. And that's when they went in the corner and never to be seen again.
Yeah.
And that's a shame.
Was that the one where they brought out the gun with it as well?
Yes,
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
could
yeah,
attach the
you
gun.
could attach
That's
the-
right.
yeah, it looked cool.
It looked really cool.
But it
It
was
was such
bad,
a good
yeah.
idea. It was really awful.
Oh.
Yeah, it's because of the technology.
Yeah.
It's not CRT screen.
No.
So it's not going to be as
Exactly.
good as what Time Crisis was,
Exactly.
and we're never going to see it.
We're never going to see it again
Time
because of
Crisis,
just the
I
limitations
love
of
that game.
LEDs.
Yeah.
Which is a shame.
Yeah.
But you know that's why I'm really excited about the VR because you can bring those controllers back and they're going to be awesome. Hopefully,
Have to buy them again.
or find them.
eBay. They're going to price it's just going to go up though.
Well, as soon as they announced PlayStation VR, they doubled in price on eBay overnight. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's all going to do that. 'cause
Well, I'd like to see like retailers restocking it again. I'm sure that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I can't see the value on eBay staying for too long, but you know when they're out there in everyone's home.
Do you think they should have made new ones? Or do you think they're right to go back to what they have
I
already?
think they're good enough.
I think they're good
They're
enough.
good enough, yeah.
I think they're good enough.
They're good enough.
Yeah,
If they're good enough for motion capture, for Hollywood,
absolutely. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't think they want to like increase the price too much either, do they? They're trying to
True, yeah,
price
that's true.
point.
They've probably got a warehouse full of them gathering dust.
Exactly, gathering
What
dust.
do we do with these?
They thought when they first made them, we'll make millions. And they're probably costing money now to store them. So I'm sure they just want to get.
As long as they didn't do what they did with the what Atari did with the ET game and buried them somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. yeah. Find a landfill somewhere with touch controllers. But no, that's why I think they're more than good enough. And like I said, they're in that price point. They don't want to compete with Rift, and they don't want to compete with Vive.
No,
because they can't take them on because obviously the limitations of the console, the power of it.
I'm wondering what the prices are going to be though for the games and stuff that's going to come out.
Depends if they're AAA, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, some of them are coming out that are already out for the Rift. So they've got that Valkyrie. I think that's coming up for the PS.
Yeah, that's coming on VR.
They've also got what's it called? That new one. It's like a sports game one, isn't it? It's that one where you're in like a robot type thing.
Yes,
and you're running around. You've got to get into the middle.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That looks quite impressive.
It does.
It looks quite fun.
It does. Just what's the replay value of games like that? That's my only gripe with games like that. I think, me personally, I think it's going to need a killer game. I mean, they're going to. It's obviously pre-ordered already, and it's already sold out. So I don't think they're worried about that. But for other people that are waiting, I think they need that killer game to really sort of sell it to the people that aren't.
All VR does at the moment.
All VR does.
There's no killer game.
There's no killer game.
There's no Super Mario Brothers. There's no Sonic. There's no
exactly. Nothing there really.
There's nothing.
Exactly. And I think, if we know Sony as we do, I think they'll probably release something within the first 6 months.
Yeah.
That will really,
they are releasing Gran Turismo.
Yeah, Gran Turismo
Which is going to be VR, isn't it?
That is completely VR, and that's at launch as well.
So,
Gran Turismo launch is never going well.
But hopefully they'll do something
It was
right with
3 years, wasn't it?
That's crazy.
That was
absolutely crazy.
And it was not very good.
They weren't very good.
No.
Some cars were good.
Some cars were good. Yeah.
Speaking of the power of the PlayStation, though, the PlayStation Neo.
Yes.
Do you reckon we'll see that at E3?
No.
No?
No, they've confirmed, actually.
I missed this.
Yes, they have just confirmed today that they don't want to have it there, which I don't get. I don't understand it. I don't understand why they don't.
Isn't it supposed to be launching the same time as the VR? PSVR?
I'm not 100% sure.
I read it somewhere.
Okay.
Again, it's rumours, but apparently it's supposed to be launching around the same time.
Well, they've said that its prime purpose is to sit alongside your PS4.
Right.
It's not to be completely disregarding your old PS4. It's to sit and complement, which completely makes sense. But I think they don't want to deter all the hype around VR, which is probably why I don't think you'll see the Neo there.
And that's the problems consoles have. They have one big announcement. That's what they can do. They can't segment it.
Exactly, they can't segment it. No, that is exactly right. So they really need to they have to hit the ground running with VR, and that's why I think their whole show will be about VR.
Yeah,
I mean, there'll be some big titles, some exclusives that they'll probably obviously like they always do, but I think the VR thing will be a massive part of their show. So I think PlayStation will probably win the show. Anything from Xbox you're interested in?
Don't know. I haven't followed Xbox. No, I've not been following Xbox.
No. I mean, there's going to be a few. Maybe I'm sure they'll show off games like Gears of War 4. That's pretty much a given, isn't it? That's like they run of the mill.
Do you reckon any new hardware from Xbox?
No, but I wonder if they will possibly mention their sort of deal with Oculus. Because there's rumours that they're going to be pairing with Oculus.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, obviously all Oculuses come with the Xbox One controller, but the rumours are, because Microsoft wants to completely integrate Xbox and Windows, so Windows 10 and Xbox, is that they're going to be possibly looking at bringing out segmented consoles. So that's why they're probably thinking that the Xbox One is going to be the last Xbox. Yeah, it's going to be the last sort of console that they'll release, and then they'll just release add-ons or slightly upgraded versions, so a bit like firmware updates. So I'm imagining, this is just my theory, but I'm imagining they're going to release Xbox, not call it one, Xbox.
Just Xbox.
And then every year, a bit like a graphics card.
Yeah.
They'll do Xbox 1.1, 1.2, because they've got the power behind them with Windows.
Yeah.
Where PlayStation can't do that.
I suppose not.
You know, and I don't see them going away from HoloLens to make another headset, and they need a headset. So what better way than to get a deal with Oculus?
Yes, the Rift is already there.
It makes sense, doesn't it? It makes sense. So I think, and the fact that they've already got that deal with the controllers already in the box makes me think that maybe they've got some backhander there.
Yeah, possibly.
Who knows?
I mean,
what do you think? Did you see that happening?
Upgrading hardware every year is fine. It's what PCs have been doing for years.
I know.
It's taken 20 years to figure it out. It's slow learners. It's ridiculous.
It's slow learners. I'm sure if PlayStation had anything to do with it, they'd want a console cycle.
Yeah.
Because they don't have that backing of like however many millions and millions of PCs in people's homes that could quite easily play Windows-based games on their PC rather than buying a. So do Xbox need to invest in new hardware? What's their purpose of it?
Well, the thing is, PlayStation don't make much money on consoles. They make a bit.
No,
they don't make much money on hardware.
Games, they make money from
games.
Games, all about
exactly.
Games. Yeah.
So why not sell PlayStation branded games compatible with PC?
Yeah.
Even if you had to use some kind of like optical drive. That you shoved in your computer.
Oh wow!
And you just ran the PlayStation game on your PC's hardware.
Yeah. Apparently, though, they going back to PSVR, they are meant to be making it compatible with PC.
Yeah, there was
talk. Yeah, there is
really?
talk. Yeah, there is talk about that.
Oh wow!
PSVR making compatible with the PC, so that could be interesting.
Yeah.
How?
Well, I think the story was they're not gonna not let you use it with PC.
Okay,
So it'd be up to the community to create whatever.
So they're not going to create something themselves?
No. Although they are doing the PC gamers thing, aren't they?
Yeah.
Stream PS4 to your PC.
Yeah.
But
GTV as well.
GTV, But what's I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, so because the way that they don't block the DualShock 4 on PC at the moment, it'll be similar to that. So they'll let
some clever
person figure it
somewhere.
out, but they're not going to cripple it in any way.
Right, okay. That'd be good. Surely they'd want people to have to buy a PlayStation. I don't know. That's how I.
But then things. So most people that buy consoles aren't going to want to tinker around with. Trying to set, trying to sort it out. They are going to keep buying PlayStation.
True.
They are going to buy. You've got a section of people that are just going to keep buying that. To make it easier for them.
Yeah.
And then you've got your PC side, which love tinkering around with stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. The people who buy PSVR.
This one.
The people who buy PSVR for PC are going to be the ones who wouldn't have bought it for PlayStation.
Yeah.
It's weird. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
in a nutshell.
I get you. I get you. So then you've got the other three big conferences. You got Ubisoft, EA, and Bethesda for the second year running. So quite a few big ones there. First of all, Battlefield 1. Anyone interested in Battlefield 1?
I am interested in Battlefield 1.
Why are you interested in Battlefield 1?
I am interested in Battlefield 1. I have watched the trailer, I've seen the hype on it. I know people have been moaning to go to Call of Duty, and people every time a new Call of Duty comes out, everyone moans that they want it to be like a World War I style, World War II style, anything like go.
Because there was that rumour, wasn't there, like a couple of years ago, that COD were thinking of going back to like old school.
They were thinking of going back, but they're pushing all of it now, going to the future now, they're in space. But then Battlefield, and then brought out this Battlefield 1, which is going to World War. So it's going to be great. It looks awesome.
It looks.
If their trailer is anything like the game's going to be, I really hope then it's going to be.
I mean, it looks as good as Battlefront, doesn't it? Star Wars Battlefront.
It looks epic.
From the limited bit you see, it does look superb.
Yeah.
So what do you think of them calling it Battlefield 1? Do you think people are going to be confused by that? Because bear in mind they've done Battlefield
and then jump
Battlefield 2 and so on to go back to Battlefield 1.
Sense in a way, because they are obviously going back to World War 1.
Yeah.
But then what do they do about it after that? You know, what
That's
are they
exactly
gonna,
exactly. If they're
call
going
it?
to stick to the formula of having
Battlefield 1.5, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. You know,
Yeah, that's it.
an update.
yeah, that would be yeah.
2 new maps. Battlefield 1.5. That's £50, please. No, in EA. This is only their structure. Yeah. So, any other games from EA you interested in?
Yeah.
You think? I mean, you obviously got the annual releases of like their sports franchises. You know, I mean, for me, I am a big FIFA fan. So for me, I'm really interested in FIFA 17.
See, I can happily go a couple of years without FIFA.
Yeah, a lot of people do say that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, are you one of those people that would quite happily just have an update with
No.
new kits and the player roster change?
No, because I do like new features. So they do change the mechanics from time to time.
They do, yeah, absolutely. I've always found every single year.
Yeah, but I'm not into football enough for a start
Okay.
to either benefit from the mechanic change or I don't play it frequently
Enough to-
Yeah. So it has to be a bigger change for me.
Do about
Okay.
half of the players.
Yeah. But obviously with the wrestling games, the WWE games,
Yeah.
they're incremental changes every year.
They do every year.
And I buy them every year
Okay.
because huge wrestling fan.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the only thing I'm actually really hyped for the new FIFA this year because they've actually built it from the ground up again.
again,
Completely. They got rid of the Ignite engine, which came
right.
to FIFA 14 when the Xbox, like I said, when the Xbox One got released, and they're now using the Frostbite engine. So what does everyone think of that? The Battlefield engine running FIFA. You know, for me,
So is this FIFA 1?
FIFA 1. So for me, I mean, you're probably better at this than someone like me, but I don't understand game developing. How the hell do you put a first-person shooter engine on a FIFA game? I don't understand it. Is it just like coding? It's easier to work with.
yeah, basically an engine is just an easier way of coding.
Okay,
That's pretty much all it is. So it will handle the physics.
yeah.
It will handle lighting, all that kind of stuff. But you can adjust it to whatever game.
Okay.
Yeah. So
The easier the.
yeah. For example, the Unreal Engine, I think they made free for indie developers. That you can run a 2D side scroller game in that, and then you can make something like Unreal Tournament. Or,
Okay.
I think Rocket League runs an Unreal Engine.
Does it?
Pretty much
everything does,
I
doesn't
think
it?
so.
I think-
I'm not 100% sure now, but I think it does. So you can pretty much
So
do
you pretty much work. Because there's me thinking I'm going to be playing as Lionel Messi and just see players in front of me.
All of a sudden,
Throwing grenades.
VR.
VR.
That's it. I like playing FIFA, but I don't like. I wouldn't buy it. I don't like playing it online. I like playing with friends on
Absolutely,
on a
yeah.
sofa. I love.
Yeah.
I love.
Absolutely.
I love that. I love that aspect of getting into a game.
Yeah.
And the competitiveness of
Yeah.
having a laugh with your mates.
Yeah.
Or nearly chucking a controller at the screen because
Yeah.
they're so stressed
I've been
out.
there.
And
And we have a
I
friend-
love it for that.
We have a friend called just when he's 2 goals down, just put the control down and quit.
Yeah, that's it.
So that annoys me.
Yeah, that was
but he'll
it
pick it up
was
a couple of
stop.
minutes after.
Yeah.
Funny.
It's funny, and then it gets really annoying. It's like,
Yeah.
you're not going to play it.
So just
Just don't play
sit
it.
out there.
Okay. No, I'm hyped because I'm a competitive FIFA player. I do play online.
Yeah.
Loads.
Yeah.
Absolutely loads. But like you say, I love getting my mates around doing a FIFA tournament.
Yeah, it's great.
Unless they take the tournament mode out like they have done previously to bring it in as a new feature for the following year.
They do that. So many yearly franchises do that.
Yeah, it's just so annoying.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm excited to see it. I'm hoping that the whole new engine's gonna make the game look feel new again, because I don't think it's felt new since 2014.
Yeah.
So that's good. Titanfall 2, that's another one.
It is.
What do you think of Titan? Did you play the first one?
I played the first one a little bit.
Yeah.
Not enough to get really
Excited
into
for
it.
it,
Not
no.
excited for it. And then the latest, obviously, they're bringing out this Titanfall 2, which is meant to be for all consoles now, isn't it? Which
which is a big thing, because that
That
was
is a
like
big thing.
Xbox's
exclusive. Wasn't it?
Yeah, that made people buy
Yeah, pretty much.
the brick.
Yeah, pretty much. Now they're just throwing it out on all consoles
Yeah.
and all platforms. So
I think that was always going to be the plan. I think.
yeah,
I think
it's
so.
a good thing they've done that.
I think it's a good thing. I mean that having a timed. I'm going to call it a timed exclusive because I always saw it was going to happen.
Yeah.
because it's the developers behind the original CODs. I think they've never left it stuck to one specific platform. And they want money, don't they? Moolah.
Of course they do.
Want a bit of moolah.
We all want a bit of
moolah. I mean, I've not seen a lot other than like that sword.
Yeah. It's not much.
That's all they're talking about.
Yeah.
It's as if, and maybe they've done one player, single player.
Yeah.
Which is good for people that don't like online.
I love a good campaign or good single player.
Exactly.
I love a really good story. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love multiplayer, but then Battlefront, that was all multiplayer, isn't it?
Completely.
Yeah, and I wish that they
really missed the plot there.
Wish that they brought in a single player for that, because I would have bought it.
And I'd still be playing it.
Yeah,
I would still be playing it.
There weren't no rumours that they were meant to be bringing out an update. There was meant to be like a whole new.
Well, that's what again EA are possibly going to be bringing at E3. That's one of my predictions that there's going to be, because there's 2 new Star Wars titled games in the works.
So this is Rob's prediction.
My prediction is that there's going to be
VR, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
No, maybe.
Well, there's apparently a demo going around for the Rift and the Vive, where you play the role of a Jedi.
Yeah.
But it's not what you think. As soon as you hear that, you're like, "Yay! I can do what I want." And
I've heard about this. Yeah.
And it's a bit like those. Do you remember those games like those? They called FMV video games years ago, which was like sort of real action. It was a bit like that. It looked like the movie, and you were just sort of planted in the movie. So that was the talk with the VR. I've not heard anything about a big actual game being made for VR. If they did that, it would be awesome. I would play anything else.
It would be awesome.
It's Star Wars, it's lightsabers. It's
holding that lightsaber.
That's all I want. That's all I want. Fruit Ninja's coming out.
Oh yay! Whoa, I can't wait.
You want lightsabers? Put that there. But no, I think there's going to be 2 launches or two reveals for Star Wars from EA as well.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. And I think they'll be story related.
I hope so. I really hope so, because there's nothing better than getting really into a good story. And
and it'll be Star Wars.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like Star Wars?
Exactly. Who doesn't like Star Wars?
I'm not a huge Star Wars fan.
We'll have words later.
Who is he?
I will have words later. So, anything else from EA? Anyone? I can't think of anything that really excites me with them, to be honest. After Titanfall and FIFA. God, I have to mention Mass Effect Andromeda. Did anyone play Mass Effect trilogies?
I didn't.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
I'll be having words later.
I know, it's bad.
We're in trouble, Mark.
You are in trouble. I highly recommend it. I'm predicting possibly remaster as well for the next gen consoles. I think they'll release 1, 2 and 3.
Remastered gets my nerves.
I know. But it's for people that want to experience you and me are used to PC, so
the remastered is the
quality of the PC game. So
there's a little slider that when you get a better graphics card, you can just make your own remastered version.
What is this thing called PC?
Custom settings.
And mods with high res packs.
Exactly.
That's the remastered version.
And then you get the console people coming like, "Have you played the remaster?" No, not interested. Shut up. So that's what.
So anyway,
that's what I reckon they'll do. I reckon they'll bring out a remaster of the trilogy, and then wow us with a new trailer for Andromeda. So that's going to be a huge, big release. I think that's being released in Q1 now, which is a shame it's been delayed. So that's EA. I don't think they'll really win many people over. Voted worst company to work for, wouldn't they?
Yes, and there is a picture going around. Have you seen with the guy who's got the EA mask on? And he's got the briefcase. He's got the briefcase. It's what's that called? It says on the briefcase now. Something like money grabbing.
Oh, okay.
But he's got the EA mask, and that's his costume he wears around that thing. It's absolutely brilliant.
What was
company to work for? Worse, like in the tech world.
In the tech, I don't know if it was just tech world, but it was just in general.
I can't imagine it being much worse than Foxconn.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. Maybe it was in the tech world.
The gaming world, yeah.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
So then that just leaves Ubisoft and Bethesda. I don't think Bethesda really will wow us unless they bring out a new Skyrim, Elder Scrolls VR version.
Yeah, shit.
That's what we need for VR. A game like that.
Exactly what. Yeah, that would kill. That would.
We
kill
need
everything else.
to go into the metaverse. We need the Matrix.
That's exactly what we want. Just to be able to like walk around Tamriel or whatever it was called, and just.
The problem is moving, isn't it? In VR, walking.
That's
bad.
a big issue.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't mind like just standing still and tanning some more goat hide in VR. Making some more iron ingots to make my little jabby knife.
The thing is though, them games aren't really like massively graphically renowned. There's all a good story, good good environment, open world, blah blah blah. If you stick a VR on and you're that close to it, is it going to look? Will it look good? Though? Will it put you off?
Well, yeah, because they do use a lot of
blocky. Will it?
They use a lot of tricks to make it look good.
Yeah,
on a flat screen. And whether those tricks hold up in VR.
Exactly. That's the only thing. Is they're going to put you off buying it, or you're literally going to be so happy you've got that.
Well, that's I'm sure it wouldn't put people off of buying it.
Yeah.
It might put them off and carry on playing it.
Maybe.
But, I don't know.
A lot of work as well.
It would take a hell of a lot of work.
VR, wouldn't it?
Yeah, massive amount.
Although they did it with GTA 5, the modders make GTA 5 playable in VR.
Yeah, have you seen the amount of people that have like nearly thrown up playing it? They like literally play it for like 10 seconds and they're like ripping it off the head.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
They just can't keep it on.
I can imagine driving would be too bad.
Yeah, the driving.
Yeah. Standing still and shooting someone would be alright.
Yeah.
Just nothing else.
But as soon as you start walking about.
That's the problem with it, it's the walking aspect. And that's probably why my prediction is completely way off.
Could happen.
Possibly. It could happen.
I can hope.
How it happen.
Yeah.
But the first person who solves it and makes a game.
They're onto something, yeah. I mean, I've seen a demo where they use sort of like a portal teleport system to walk around. So you like hover somewhere in the room and click the button, and that's when you then and then you're 360 degree in that spot, and then you do it again. So that's a way around it. But I'm hoping the touch controls for the Oculus will obviously allow you to
have some movement.
Yeah. But we'll get onto that in VR.
Well, yeah.
There is a VR section.
There is.
We have been pretty VR heavy for that.
We have been very VR at the moment.
I know. Really hot back on that.
Best thing. Bethesda, I think other than Dishonored 2, I don't think there'll really be much. They might release a Skyrim remaster for people that want to see it in PC graphics.
People who don't have quality sliders.
I might have said now, I don't own a PC.
He's never
or a laptop.
He has.
I have.
He has.
I don't know.
Okay, they don't know.
Since Windows 95.
I don't own a PC or a laptop. And that's it. That's it.
But moving, you want to talk about Ubisoft because you want to talk about Watch Dogs 2.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about Watch Dogs 2 for?
Well, let's talk about Watch Dogs 1 first.
Okay. Let's talk about Watch Dogs 1.
Because there is a lot to be said about Watch Dogs 1, which I actually played on PlayStation 4.
Yeah? Okay.
Because my PC wasn't built then.
Right, okay.
And everyone was moaning about the huge graphical
downgrade from the E3.
Yeah, but I enjoyed the gameplay enough and the storyline
to forget about that.
Yeah. I love that game so much. Cyberpunk, that kind of hacking thing is one of my favourite genres of all time.
DedSec and everything like that,
It was just, that was my world. I loved it. I 100% of that game, 100% of the DLC.
Oh wow.
Platinum trophies. Almost. There's one trophy I didn't get, and that was a drinking game one.
Okay.
Have you played?
I've played, I haven't done like as much as you haven't platinumed it.
Did you ever play the drinking game?
No.
Basically it's, you've got to get the right control sequence on the screen.
Okay.
But it gets harder the more you drink because it's all disorientated. But getting to level 10 where you get the trophy, it's just near on impossible.
Okay.
And if you mess up, you've got to go all the way back to the start.
Oh, bother.
Yeah.
Leave that bit and forget that.
4 hours straight I tried to get that trophy. No, it's still sitting there at like 99% accomplished.
I wouldn't worry about it.
I do
more important things in the
You might need to get help more.
100% of GTA 4 as well.
Oh right.
Platinum trophy on that.
And you still have a girlfriend?
Yeah, I didn't at the time.
Oh.
That's the thing. Are you into like 100% in games? Do you worry about that?
I used to when I was Xbox 360. because they invented the achievement, didn't they? And then PlayStation got on board with their trophy.
Yeah, trophies.
So at the time, I was obsessed completely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and I always felt like if I hadn't got most of the achievements, it was a waste of money.
Yeah.
It made me, and that's one thing I miss going to PC now, is that I can buy so many games at such a cheap price.
Yeah, you don't.
That I don't appreciate games as much as I used to when I used to get a case, a manual, as you love a good manual.
Love a good manual.
Love a good manual.
I love a good sniff of a manual.
and then just getting the achievement and seeing that ping up.
Yeah.
I loved it. So it must be going not to get platinum. I feel for you, mate. I really do. I really do feel for you.
I only got it in games that I really care about as well.
Okay.
I didn't go for platinum on every game.
Okay.
Just games that.
And then you get the pointless ones where you just insert a disc and you get a trophy for it.
Yeah,
start the game.
All the ones that really annoy me was like, play this game on February the 29th, 3 years in a row.
Oh, was that one of those?
Band of Brothers did something very similar to that.
terrible.
And you had to play on a certain date.
Yeah.
You miss it, that's it.
Well, you could go into your console and change the date and time.
Oh, that worked.
That was a little shit.
Yeah.
I like doing that.
Yeah.
But what are you looking forward to about Watch Dogs 2?
Because I love the first one.
It's that simple. You love it.
It's that simple.
It's that simple. And it is on PC this year, isn't it?
Yeah,
so I'm getting it on
it's
PC.
on everything.
Yeah.
Cross-platform, completely different lead character.
Yeah. Well, it's a shame. I kind of liked him.
Did you?
Yeah. It wasn't special, but
a lot of people thought it was dry and a little bit bland, but like you say, I don't think it was really about him.
No, it was about the story. It was about fighting against the system.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been anyone, but
It could have been just a generic. Well, he was.
he's not a superhero, is he?
No,
he's not.
He had a smartphone and that was it, and that's all he needed. But I loved it. Did you play it?
Oh, I only played a little bit around Mitchell.
Yeah.
But
That's fine.
Did you not get the platinum achievement for it?
no. I haven't got the game.
No, yeah, he played it around mine for a little bit. That was it.
And that was it.
But when I saw the trailer for the second one, it looks more. You've got more like freedom, more that just do it more.
Yeah.
You know.
I think so.
So I haven't seen the trailer yet. I haven't read about it. Yeah.
Trailer looks really good. I think they're really incorporating and really pushing DedSec. So I hope it's going to have more hacking, it's going to have more tools at your disposal.
I hope the hacking's more complicated as well. It was a bit over.
Yeah.
Some of the puzzles were a bit over.
It was just generic puzzling, wasn't
Connect
it?
this to that, and then
Fetch quests and like hacking into other people's lives was after a while it got a little bit repetitive and
I still enjoyed it.
But I still did it. I still read it. How much money has he got in his bank account? Still, you've only got £500.
Some of those
poor.
Some of those were pretty dirty as well, weren't they? When you read their text messages,
Yeah.
they were brilliant.
That was great.
I used to read people's text messages and then be like, I don't know, it's like, I'm doing anal or something stupid like that.
It was literally as black and white as that.
It was really bad. It was hilarious. It was brilliant.
And then you could hack into someone's virtual camera on their laptop.
Yeah.
And you might see them having anal in the corner.
Yeah.
You didn't completely see it. They employed it.
Yeah.
But I hope there's more of that. Sort of funny little spoofs.
Hope there's more anal.
And a fight here. Anyone say that? Let alone me. I hope there's more anal.
Featured in Watch Dogs 2. That's all I want.
You don't see enough anal in games.
That's it. Don't see enough anal. So that comes out. We got a confirmed release date, 15th of November. They might confirm it.
Yeah. It's pretty far
I think they did. It's quite far.
I wanted it last year, to be fair.
You wanted it last year?
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if they're going to do it that 2-yearly cycle, a bit like Assassin's Creed was a yearly cycle.
Yeah.
That's like Ubisoft's next big franchise.
See, I never really got into Assassin's Creed. I could get into this yearly cycle. I love the game that much,
But then I always struggle that it gets a bit repetitive and stale on a yearly cycle, and that's why
They don't come up with too much new
No,
stuff.
they don't really develop enough, do they? Because they're in such a rush to
Assassin's Creed. I like Assassin's Creed, but they kind of made it a bit too samey with that. Like completely the same sort of challenges, or same sort of missions, where you had to go into groups and hide between people. That was it. You were following people for ages.
And then it was just like a different time zone. And therefore,
and that was it.
It was a new game.
You zoomed out, go back in normal time, then all of a sudden you go back into the other time period. And that was it.
I know. And that's my worry with, and that's why going to a different game entirely, not related to Watch Dogs, but Call of Duty has a 3-year cycle now because they've got 3 developers.
Yeah.
So I think that is although they haven't gone to World War One. I think they have
that is it. Yeah.
freshened up. So as much as you would love Watch Dogs 2 yearly.
Well, or just enough DLC to hold me over.
Yeah, okay.
Cheap DLC though, or free.
Okay. Oh, free DLC.
Yeah.
Free DLC.
Well,
this is Ubisoft.
Yeah.
And don't forget that their DLC won't work at day one.
Yeah.
And then you'll wait another month for a patch, and then it still won't work.
Yeah.
But other than that, because I'm playing the Division at the moment. I don't know if you're playing the Division.
No, I'm not playing it. I want to get it.
Division is amazing. I'm about 100 hours in at the moment.
But isn't it more a game where you have to be with friends or with groups or sort of time? But can you do it on your own? Or?
You can completely do it on your own. I would not say you can't do it on your own.
Yeah.
But it's more fun with friends.
It's better.
If you've got
to have
at least another person.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to be releasing new DLC, and that's probably going to be launched in the Ubisoft show as well. So I'm really hyped for that because I'm about 100 hours in. That's what I'm playing at the moment.
Yeah.
Can't get enough of it. Play it.
Play it.
Definitely play it.
My biggest game I'm playing at the minute, and I wish they'd bring more stuff out, is Naughty Dog. I love Naughty Dog and I love Uncharted.
Oh.
The whole
I love
series of Uncharted, I can't get enough of it.
I haven't got it yet, and I need. And this is the first Uncharted I haven't bought at launch.
I couldn't put the game down. Honestly, I completed all of it.
Yeah.
I love the online mode as well, but again, going back to story mode and the first player.
Yeah.
I love it. There's something about Uncharted, just the whole scenery of the game, the graphics, and how it gets you involved, and it's brilliant.
And Nathan Drake is
Nathan,
you know, Nolan North, who does his voice. I love any game he's in. Absolutely love any game he's in. I mean, I've put him in my top 5 games of all time.
I'm hoping, eventually they bring out another Last of Us.
Oh, God.
And there was little teaser in the game.
Well, I'm wondering whether they can go back to PlayStation. I'm wondering if they might. The last thing they show will be just Last of Us 2 because it's time. It's time. I think they've done Uncharted, it's out of the way.
Exactly.
And there is 2 teams at Naughty Dog. They could.
But will Naughty Dog bring back Crash Bandicoot, or will they bring out a remake? Because you can't within the game of Uncharted.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
I haven't played this yet.
You must have seen it.
Nathan Drake dies.
Damn it. You actually get to. There's a cutscene where he goes down to the PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
And Nathan Drake, his wife, I can't remember her name.
She's quite nice.
Okay, she's quite nice. And they're playing on PlayStation 1, and then you then get to take over and then play Crash Bandicoot within the game.
No.
And
that sounds amazing.
You actually play one of the levels of Crash Bandicoot, and you have to try and beat her score.
Oh wow!
And it's brilliant.
That's
brilliant.
I've just got a bite for that.
Exactly. And I've just spoiled it for you.
Spoiled it for me. That would have been the best surprise. I could have mentioned it on the next show.
Can't be.
All the material, didn't you? All the best material.
That's it.
Cool.
It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Okay. So would you say it's as good as the others?
I would say it's my favourite one so far. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
Okay.
So the other one was released on the Uncharted 3 was on the PlayStation 3. This on the PlayStation 4, and the graphics you can get on it now just takes it to a whole new level. And even though it pushed PlayStation 3 to its limit,
yeah, it really did.
Really did. And I put when I Uncharted 4 on the PlayStation 4, it didn't have to make a noise. The fans that were going off. It really, for the whole game, there was no point where the fans went silent. So,
wow. Wow.
Again, it's pushing it.
And of course, you can use the DualShock 4.
Yeah.
Which makes a massive difference.
Yeah.
I still hate the day that I had to play Uncharted 3 was still the DualShock 3. It just, it really ruined the game for me. And they actually put the shooting mechanics on the triggers.
So I'm hoping Naughty Dog. I don't know if they're any announced to bring anything on E3 or.
I honestly don't know. There's such a secretive developer.
They won't let any.
They're like AAA godly to me. I think they're like the cream of the crop. I think they just get everybody that's brilliant.
Yeah.
And they just work for Naughty Dog. But I don't know. I'm hoping maybe like Sony will reveal Last of Us 2.
Yeah, I'm really hoping.
I don't know. Fingers crossed.
Yeah,
fingers crossed.
Definitely.
That would be really, really cool. That would be my most hyped moment if they did that. Last of Us 2. or a Star Wars game that's single player with
That's
VR.
it. Yeah, right. Star Wars single player with VR, and Last of Us 2, and I'm done.
Yeah, exactly. Then I'm
That's
done.
it.
Then I'm done. So they're all the conferences.
Yeah.
No real big surprises, to be honest with you.
No.
But other games interesting, No Man's Sky?
No Man's Sky, I'm really looking forward to it. Gutted,
Yeah.
it got pushed back.
Again.
But then I've been waiting since 2013
Yeah.
when it's been announced, so can I wait that little bit
Yeah.
longer? I think I can.
That's alright, it's not going to be Duke Nukem forever.
But yeah, that looks impressive, just the fact that what they're promising, and can they live up to that?
That's my...
Can they live up to that promise of just being able to go anywhere, everywhere, and not being able to meet up with anyone? That's
Well, I mean, the talk is that eventually you should
be able
get to the
to.
centre of the universe and meet other people,
You
but
should.
that should take years, they
You're
said.
not going to be able to turn off your computer, are you? You have to constantly just keep flying. Keep going, otherwise you're never going to get there.
Did you imagine the party chat? I'm in quadrant.
Exactly.
It looked like an 18-digit number.
Exactly, yeah.
Coordinates.
Yeah, coordinates. Well, I mean, what do you think when they say that, like, everything is going to be completely new? You're going to be able to discover it. You're going to be named.
Apparently, everyone who starts up the game is going to be on a different planet, a different environment, a different species of everything. Everything.
Exactly.
Everything's going to be different for every player.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they can do that. It's
because they're going to use that procedural generated level design. Buzz, can you expand on that?
Well, that's
How does that work?
Please tell us.
Historically, it's never worked brilliantly in the past.
Okay.
But it looks like they've got it right this time. All it is instead of having a load of preset textures and preset maps and things like that, it's generated as they go based on some kind of algorithm.
Okay.
So
Some clever maths.
clever maths translated into graphics and game and
Colours.
physics. Yeah.
Bright colours.
Yeah. So there's
Staring at a screen. Ooh, wow.
so there'll be a certain set of rules that it follows, but it will literally make it up as it goes along.
Okay.
Just based on.
Well, there must be limitations for that. Like, can you see their promise that, let's just say 1 million people buy No Man's Sky?
Yeah.
That's a realistic target.
Yeah.
Easily. And 1 million people play it, and they're all in a different part of the universe, different part of the galaxy, whatever.
They're all turning that
seeing
on the same time.
something different. Because my issue with that is there's only so much you can do. Like, let's say you discover a planet, it's a red planet, and it's called something funky.
Yeah.
Number 5. And you land on it, and there's an animal there with a horn and a tail and 3 legs. And I go to another planet that's red, but it might have trees on it.
Yeah.
But yours is mountains. Is that what it's going to be?
Yeah.
Because my only issue is that, and I discover an animal that's the same animal as yours, but it doesn't have a horn. It doesn't have 4 legs.
Yeah, and it's just going to do the same thing anyway.
Because my worry is that could get repetitive.
Yeah, is it going to be the tiniest little
How
bit different?
many variations could a game or a program or whatever generate?
Well, infinite, essentially.
Yeah.
But it depends how complicated they've made it. So they may make a planet that has a certain atmosphere where only certain things can survive.
Okay.
And if you just tweak that dial just a little bit, those things don't survive, or other things do survive. So yeah, there'll be an infinite number of variations.
Okay.
But the game sounds like it's going to be very CPU based. So
I understand that.
yeah, which means although this is on PlayStation as well.
Yeah. So will it?
So
Can't be too dependent.
no,
can
it can't.
Because let's face it, the PS4 sucks compared to a PC. No, that's what I'm joking.
Don't make me cry on camera.
CPU wise, I don't think I can handle
That much.
no, so no, we'll see.
Because obviously they've got to make it for everybody, and let's face it, the Xbox is it's not Xbox, is it? It's not
No,
Xbox.
no, PlayStation.
It's only
PlayStation,
isn't it?
PC.
Yeah, it's only PlayStation because Xbox couldn't run it.
PlayStation's coming up first, isn't it, on the PlayStation, or is it coming at the same time as...
I don't know. I can probably imagine it coming out on PlayStation first.
I thought it was coming out first.
Wouldn't surprise me.
But I'm not 100% sure on that. I thought it was coming out first and then whenever on PC.
Okay. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
So, cool. Hope for that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Hopefully, it's going to be good.
Yeah. Anyone ever played Zeldas?
I was never a big fan of Zelda.
Never a big fan.
No.
New Zelda coming out. It's the only game that Nintendo are going to be talking about at the whole of E3.
I think it's the only game that's going to sell the Wii U.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Pretty much.
Or get it back out of the cupboard.
Yeah.
I bought a Wii U at launch. I had a Wii U. And it was good for the first few days. I loved the concept of a dual screen, second screen, but there was just no games. And it's too late to bring out, for me, it's too late to bring out a brand new Zelda game.
For you to go back to it.
Yeah. I mean, I sold my Wii U 6 months after owning it, and I wouldn't buy another one for Zelda, as much as I love the old Zeldas.
Yeah. I'll tell you what would swing it for me for Wii U.
Yeah.
PlayStation? Not PlayStation.
Not PlayStation.
It began with a B.
Completely different.
Pokemon RPG.
Yeah.
If they did that Toys to Life gaming, because they got their little Amios, but they don't really count, or Amiibos, whatever they are, whatever they're called.
All the things that use like the NFC.
Yeah, and they got a Pikachu, but that doesn't count. That doesn't count. If I could buy some Pokeballs and go and
go round and
go
cats.
And go and capture some Pokemon in a real RPG style. That would do it.
Would that do it?
That would do it.
That would be pretty cool.
I would buy it for that.
That would be pretty cool. I can't see him doing it.
No.
Maybe that would be for the NX.
Possibly. I don't reckon there'd be Pokemon RPG. I think it sells too many on the
DS.
And on the handhelds.
Is Pokemon still massive?
Still huge. They said, was it this year, wasn't it? Or last year?
What, new game?
Yeah.
It's like almost a yearly thing with Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like for DS handhelds and stuff.
Years ago, I loved it.
Yeah.
I used to the cards and stuff. Charizard.
And on the Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
But then that's kind of where it stopped for me.
Okay.
I never really followed it up anymore.
And you still. I mean, I used to watch cartoons and everything.
I watched all that. Yeah.
I haven't played the games in a while. I'd like to play them when I have more time because they take a lot of time.
Yeah.
But I don't play handhelds that much, which is probably why.
But would you play the Pokemon games if you had handheld?
Possibly. Yeah, I'd say I would. Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
Like travelling to work and stuff.
Yeah.
Catch a few more Pokemons.
Yeah. It's just the handhelds are awkward. It's another thing to carry around.
I know.
But they can put over to a phone.
That's
mobile.
That's where I think Nintendo need to grow.
Yeah.
It's like just release like Nintendo games on Android.
On Android.
Apple.
Yeah.
They'd make an absolute fortune.
They would. Of course they would. Yeah.
Why waste money making a new console that no one's going to buy?
No.
Everyone's got a mobile phone.
Yeah.
Whether it be iOS or Android, or Windows or anything.
Yeah.
And then just bring that across over to mobile devices.
I mean, they've just done that Miitomo, haven't they? Which is like a Nintendo-based avatar game thing that you can download for Apple or Android, but it's not a game. You just create a custom avatar and like a bobblehead. Give me like Zelda on the phone or.
The phones can run them now. They're not.
They can.
Yeah. The DS is underpowered compared to a phone.
Yeah.
So
it's got a second screen though.
I'll get a second.
Hey.
All about second screen.
All about second screen.
Get a second phone. Just a bit of duct tape. Whatever.
Pretty much.
Okay, I don't think there's anything else you can do.
Well, I just want a quick go over Deus Ex.
Oh, good, yeah, okay. Yeah, sure.
Over what?
Deus Ex.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then after that,
See, I didn't play that.
I played Dunn, I loved Deus Ex.
Really
loved
obsessed
it.
with it. Yeah.
I maxed that. And the DLC.
yeah. Twice.
Oh, you did twice? I didn't do it twice. I did that. No, it's a tell lie, I did that because. We'll talk about it.
We're really bad at doing it.
So bad.
Okay, so one game I want to talk about is Deus Ex.
Yes.
Mankind Divided.
Oh, yeah.
The first Deus Ex games I played was Human Revolution.
Yeah.
That was the first one I played. I didn't know about the others.
You didn't do the originals?
No, because I didn't know about it. I think I got it some kind of discount on the PlayStation Store or a cheap disc or something. So, yeah, 100% that. Loved it.
It's good, isn't it?
It is good. Then the Director's Cut edition came out.
Yeah.
So I bought it again.
with the DLC.
With the DLC. 100% of that. Then after that I built my PC
and then
Down bought it again and 100% of it again on here as well with slightly better graphics.
Nice.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. I played it on Xbox when it came out, and then I played it on PC. I actually got the achievement for like stealthing my way through the entire game and without killing an enemy.
Oh, well done. I didn't do that.
So that was quite hard.
Yeah.
That was quite hard. It took me ages.
Yeah.
But
Stressing out.
you know, but because I love stealth games, so I loved it.
Yeah, it's so good.
Really
everything
good.
They got everything right with that game. The feel, the mechanics.
Yeah.
It's just everything.
The look.
Upgrading weapon system.
Yeah, the augmentation, things like that. I thought were absolutely
you can pick and choose whatever you want. You can build him how you want.
Yeah,
to build
like your playthrough was probably completely different to mine.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because you would obviously do it
how
you want to play.
Yeah.
Which is probably all guns blazing, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, was it?
It was mostly stealth with a little bit of guns blazing,
Okay.
but not very much. When I fucked up, is when the guns started coming out.
And then you could really fuck up in your accent.
It was like, oh, you just smashed through a wall and there's like 20 enemies behind it. Because I can see through it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah. Fine.
No mistake.
Yeah. Now I have to kill them all.
But I'm looking forward to number 2.
Yeah.
Well,
number 4, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Alright. Yeah, number 4.
I didn't play the first one, but yeah, number 4.
But if they expand on what they did in the first one, I think it's on a winner, I think.
Perfect. It was delayed as well, wasn't it?
I think so. I think it was
A couple of
delayed.
months it's supposed to be.
Yeah. So,
Do you have to play the other one to get the storyline?
I don't know what the new one's going to be about.
Adam Jensen's back.
So, it probably would
Carry on.
help.
They didn't go from the previous ones that you didn't play. That didn't matter.
Oh no, you didn't know to play. You didn't have to play the original.
Okay.
So I played the new one.
Played the new-
I used to play. I played the originals years ago.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend playing it.
But you reckon this one? You reckon
But
this one?
I seriously played the first one.
Yeah.
Before you play the second one.
Right, okay.
Because like you say, he's back, isn't he? So I'm sure it's going to be.
Yeah.
And plus, it was was left on a cliffhanger, wasn't it?
Well, it was left however you wanted it to be left, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was left to your own
That was
devices.
Beautiful. I love that.
I didn't. I hated the ending.
Did you really?
I haven't got an imagination. For me, I like my games to handheld. You know, hold my hand throughout the entire experience.
Tell me how it's gonna
Tell me how it's supposed to end.
No. It's like you got. It's like because if there was a couple of endings which I really didn't agree with because you got to. Without too many spoilers, you've got to have a look at which ending you wanted to pick before you picked it, and basically make an educated guess what would happen. There was a couple that I really didn't agree with, and if the game ended on one of those,
You wouldn't have been happy.
I would not have been happy. No.
Okay, right.
So,
So you had one there that you.
Yeah, I think there was one, and the one that came in DLC, the spoiler alert secret one. I like 2 of them, but.
Okay. Right.
If one of the others were there, that would have just completely ruined the whole game for me. Building all that up to
that.
yeah.
I felt like that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You felt that anyway because you didn't like the choices.
Yes. I don't want to be given a choice. Oh, that's what game developers are paid money for.
They give you 4 endings.
4 endings. They pay. Yeah.
They did the work 4 times.
It's not good enough.
I want one.
I just want one.
One good one, please.
One good one, please. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I think that's it for.
I think that's it for like E3 predictions.
Yeah.
We're gonna think of
We could go on forever, couldn't we?
We could go on forever. There's so much stuff, but I think we all agree that PlayStation will probably steal the show with VR.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll all agree with that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think
Okay.
so. Okay, cool. So, game time.
Game time.
Game time.
Game time.
We're going to be playing a game, and this game is called 20 Questions.
You may have heard of it.
You may have heard of it. A lot of people play it, various different subjects. We're going to do it with obviously games.
Yeah.
Right, so we tried this off camera.
We did try this off camera. I think I set my sights too
I
high,
think you did, or we just
or they're just not very
not
good.
very good. We'll go with it, yeah.
But the concept is I think of a game for this week, and then someone else will think of a game the next week,
And so on.
And so on. And you've got 20 questions, you alternate between the questions. It's the first person to get the game gets a point. And then we'll build up the points and see who's the overall champion and who's the biggest douchebag.
Yeah.
We'll go for that then.
So, I have a game in mind.
Yeah.
It's my turn to pick the game, and it's you two to go head to head.
Do you need the Wikipedia page?
I will bring it up just in case, because I don't want to get anything wrong.
You're going to get some serious.
I'm going to get some serious grief for having a Wikipedia page up. But, just to play it safe, I don't want to get anything wrong.
Know your facts.
I should know my facts. I sort of know my facts. But we're going to set a time limit on each question.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what the time limit is, but we're going to set a time limit on each question.
We knew what the time limit was.
I'll let you know. Time's up.
Yeah.
Too late.
Yeah. So Mark, pick a number, odd or even?
Even.
It is even.
Oh, here we go. Pick a number, or even.
Do you want to go first, or have the last question?
Yeah, you go first.
I'll go first.
Yeah, you go.
Okay. So, Buzz, first question out of 20.
Was this game released in the last 10 years?
Yes. Oh, just for people playing at home, if you don't want to see it, turn away now. But for others, I will show you what the game is, just in case.
We cannot see.
You can see. I'll bet helps if I turn the phone on. Don't look. It's in focus. There we go. Right. So viewers are up to date.
Yeah.
So,
The audio listeners aren't, but we are.
did you see it?
No.
Okay.
No internet.
Are you sure?
Yes. Honestly.
You'll get it on the first question if you
I can't trust it.
You'll know from his questions whether...
I will. Just his question?
I should have told you. What was your first question?
was it released in the last 10 years? The answer.
And the answer is yes. So that's number one. So,
Okay. Is it an exclusive title to any console?
I'm going to say when it was released, yes.
Okay.
Last 10 years.
10 years.
Think of that as you will. You can take my answer there, and you know it was exclusive when it came out.
Okay, yeah, I've got that.
Timed exclusive.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So you know, I'm not giving you any tips.
Okay, yeah,
You
so...
need them after the rerun we did.
God, yeah. That was bad.
Okay, so is it part of a franchise?
No, it's free.
Right, okay. Is there a main character?
No. That's quite seeing you two.
This is, yeah, it's very
Think
good.
about this.
It's a full day.
Hard.
For a long day at work, all you need to do is sit and think.
Is it a role-playing game? The answers are just as difficult as the questions.
No, but there are. I suppose there are. You
RPG
could say there are
aspects.
some RPG aspects, but it's
Okay.
not aimed as an RPG. It wasn't targeted as one. Though. That's 4 questions.
Is it open world?
Oh, that's a nice one.
To an extent.
Okay.
To an extent.
Okay, so, because that's sort of probably thrown you a little bit. I'm going to say no.
Okay. It's not
To make
true.
it
It's not
it's
truly
not true.
open
Well,
world.
I'll say no. I'll say no. That's
Okay.
5.
Okay.
Bear in mind, I started with an easy game, so no pressure.
You said the other one was...
Yeah.
The other one was well easy.
the other one was...
Just so everyone knows, I picked the game Black, PS2 title.
And we have no idea what the
Yeah,
game
we
was.
didn't get that one.
They didn't. So I've set the bar low.
So it's not open world.
Right. Not open world, not part of a franchise. No main character.
For 10 years, yeah. It's been, within 10 years.
Within the last 10
In the last 10 years.
Not really an RPG.
Timed exclusive.
Time exclusive, so it's probably pretty big.
Yeah.
Are there any weapons in the game?
Lots.
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 I like these yes or no answers.
Yes. I've got one job.
Say yes or no. Lots.
Lots.
Okay, so there's lots.
I like games.
There's lots.
There's lots. Okay.
So yeah, so
Lots
the
of weapons.
7th question. Yeah, it's the 7th question.
Lots of weapons.
Wisdom throw.
Okay. Is the game 18 rated?
I'll have to check.
Okay.
Sorry about this. I'll have to check. I believe it is, and it is. Yes.
It is.
Yes.
It's quite a violent game.
So that's 7. So 8th question. Number 8.
I suppose it would be quite a violent game. There's lots of guns.
I don't know. Lots of guns and Ratchet and Clank.
I didn't say guns.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, fair point.
I didn't say guns. I said lots of
Weapons.
Necessarily guns.
It might be. That's another question.
Would you like to ask?
Don't ask that one.
Is it a hack and slash game?
Demonstration
Like that. I don't need demonstration.
We don't know VR.
It's got hack and slash elements.
Careful, you don't want to say the branded ice cream.
Yes, it's got elements.
Okay.
There's a lot of elements.
Yeah, there's a lot of elements in this game. Oh god.
9th question.
Oh god.
Almost halfway through.
Was it released on the PlayStation first?
No. And you didn't say which PlayStation again.
Oh, any PlayStation.
That's the second question.
I'll have that one as well then.
So I'm taking that as PlayStation 1 is what you asked.
Oh,
Damn it.
oh, the specifics.
It's all about the
It's all about the specifics. That's all we've got.
Lots.
No, yes. I can't even say yes or no.
Lots.
Oh, right.
11.
So where
Does anyone have any idea yet?
No.
No, I haven't got a clue.
You need to think of other questions. Think of other questions. Think of questions that will, like, give you the correct answer.
Thank you for the logistic.
Thanks for the advice. I was going down a completely different road before then.
Ask me questions.
Ask me questions and give a good answer, right? Okay, so is it a Japanese game?
No.
So
It's 10th question halfway through.
God, we're nowhere near.
I don't know. It's not looking very good for us, is it?
So you've not rounded it down to like console yet. You've not rounded it down really to like time frame.
No, okay. Has this game recently been released?
Within the last.
Within the last, yeah, but just
Within the last
10 years. Okay, so within the last new generation of console.
Yes.
Okay, so it's within the new generation of
Yes.
consoles.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And
Good question,
I
Mark.
narrowed it down. I'm being more specific, goddammit.
Wasted one with the PlayStation 1 question.
Have a comeback. Right, okay.
Okay, so was it timed exclusive for any of the Xboxes?
But you know it's been newly released for...
Yeah, no, this just covers all bases.
Oh,
I like where it's going.
fair enough,
Yeah.
fair enough.
No.
So, PlayStation.
That's 13.
Right, that's PlayStation.
PlayStation 4.
Well, there's lots of guns.
Lots of guns.
Lots of guns in this game. No, lots of weapons.
There's lots of weapons. They might be guns. It's got hack and slash elements, it's got RPG elements.
And it's not... You say, was it franchise? Would you say?
It's not part of a
Not
franchise.
part of a
So
franchise.
it's a single game.
Complete single game. Single game entirely. This is the 14th question.
Yeah. I'm getting it.
On the fifth, I'll give you a tip.
On the what?
On the 15th.
On the 15th question, I'll give you a
If I
tip.
ask anything, then just give us a tip.
Can you give us a tip?
Do you like me?
How do I go on dates? Concentrate, boys. Concentrate.
So well.
Okay, come on. So we got
Concentrate.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
This generation.
This generation.
PlayStation 4.
Yeah. Timed exclusive.
So at the moment you're working together. I like this.
Yeah.
I like this.
We have to.
Tell me more so I can get it.
I'm just leading you to a question to help me get
You really wasted your first 10 questions.
Most of our questions. So
It's got hack-
time
yeah.
exclusive. It's got hack and slash elements. lots of weapons.
I love it. It's great.
It's great for you.
It's great. Reversed.
Time exclusive. See, tempted to go for, because you can just say a game anyway.
Yeah,
You say game, and if it's wrong, it's a waste of a question.
I'll go for GTA 5.
No.
Oh.
So that's the 15th question.
Now on a tip, please.
Give me my tip.
That's like Bruce Forsyth. Good game. It's a big game.
That's it.
It's it was published by Ubisoft, and it's set. The game is set in the UK.
Oh God, that should be a huge question. That's huge.
That's a huge tip.
Set in the UK in the olden days.
The olden days.
Ye old times.
Ye old. Whose question is this? It's Buzz's.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Oh wow.
Has he got it?
Don't know.
Or was something else happening?
What's his launch title?
Yes.
Yeah,
So that's the question.
You've got it. You can just go for
no,
it.
No, he can't. Oh, he's got to wait until
yeah,
the
not only
next
that,
time.
I can't think of the name of it.
So that's the 16th question. So 17th.
What was the name of it?
It was based in. It was. What was it? In the UK.
Is that a question?
I know the game. I'm
Yeah.
picturing it in my head. Yeah.
I can confirm it was the UK.
Yeah,
I said,
UK. And it was launch title. Man. Can you travel into different time periods?
No.
Okay.
18th. 18th.
You go for a guess? You can't think of the name of it. You can picture it.
I can picture it.
I need to picture it.
So let's clarify. What have you come to terms with? What do you think is helping your guess? So what do you know at the moment?
In the UK. It's timed exclusive. It's a launch title.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The annoying thing is, I got the PS4 on launch day.
I never said it was a timed exclusive.
You said it was an exclusive.
Yes.
Full stop.
No, it was an exclusive. Was
Was an exclusive. Was an exclusive.
Was an exclusive.
It's hack and slash elements. Lots of weapons. We're not good at this, are we?
It's the 18th question,
Come on.
which means you've got to guess. It's your last opportunity to guess.
Oh yeah.
So I might
So you
have
could
a guess.
You
Have a
could,
guess.
could have a guess now.
Okay, I might as well. Yeah, have a guess.
Let's have a guess.
Because I don't know if it's launched or not. Resident Evil.
No.
It's based in the UK. Isn't it?
Oh yeah, Resident Evil.
Oh, it's got literally my
I even
last.
asked if it was Japanese.
You screwed that one
I
up.
think you'll get the hang of this game eventually.
Hopefully in a couple of weeks.
Is it?
One guess. One guess. Otherwise you're starting the new show off with Nupwa.
Is it possible to have minus points? Because I think I might have some.
Judges ruling.
Stupid question.
Stupid question. Did I go back on them?
Stupid question of the week.
Stupid question.
No, I can't.
One guess.
Yeah, I know. I can't even think of a game. I can't think of any game at the minute. I can't even think of a game. Full stop. Oh my god. The only one I can think of that was a shooter, and I don't know if it was put over to other consoles or whatever. It's Killzone.
No. Okay.
So I've got one guess.
Got one guess left. One
I
guess
really can't think. It's in UK, and that's not even in UK.
I'm going to give you one more hint, and
I get
You
two.
get a hint.
You got one.
no, and you can have another. Just
Yeah.
because it's the first show, it's the first.
Someone
game.
has to get it.
Someone has to win. Even if it's
Even if we're both yeah.
Go on, mate.
it's got the undead in it. That's a tip. So yeah. His game.
Oh yeah. Oh.
That doesn't happen.
So I gave the hint, but it's his turn, and then you go. So if he gets it wrong,
I think about three.
that's a pretty big clue.
The undead in it, yeah. Zombie.
Published by Ubisoft. It's got hack and slash elements. It has weapons.
I can picture it. I can't
Consists
think of
of
the name of it.
undead. They're mainly your enemies in it. It has RPG elements, but isn't an RPG.
Say something.
It was an exclusive. That's a big clue. That's a big clue. Okay.
Can I just
yeah.
say one?
Yeah, go for it, because I'm out.
Yeah.
You're right.
I can't think.
The only one I can think of.
Do you want me to give you one more clue?
Oh, got it.
One more clue.
Got it.
The exclusive has a different name to other
Oh, really?
platforms.
Is it Daylight? Not that one? Is it Daylight?
No. Unlucky.
Oh, we both
Unlucky. It was
Dead Island? No, maybe that's not in the UK.
Zombie U.
Oh my god!
And it came out as a zombie.
Yeah! Oh man!
That's gay.
We were so focused on the bloody PlayStation.
Yeah.
So focused on the I thought I'd sit that one in.
Yeah. So
The whole, you're thinking up to about 15 questions, you're like, definitely PlayStation 4 exclusive.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah.
That was supposed to be easy. You were supposed to pick like Pac-Man or something.
So I officially say it's a point to me.
Yeah, it's a
Point to me.
Yeah,
I fooled you. I'll be on the receiving end next week.
Yeah.
In which case, it's whose turn who wants to pick the game next week?
I'll go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go for it. Okay.
Done.
There you go.
Fantastic. We're going to do one of them every week.
Okay.
Just to spice it up.
Yeah.
And hopefully they read a little bit
Hopefully
more
we'll
about
get
it.
better.
Just go back to their old consoles.
all games, everything. I can't make it this week, guys. I'm really studying.
Over to you.
Yeah, right, so we've got One Rift, VR talk.
Yes.
We also have One Vive, but it's called One Rift.
One Rift is called One Rift, and we also have One Vive.
Yeah, this is taken over from our podcast pilot that me and Mark did.
Which was very good, by the way.
Which
you can still see it on YouTube.
You can see the pilot, you won't see it anymore.
Yeah.
It's now part of this podcast.
Is it?
Yeah, well, there's no point.
No, that's what I meant, sorry.
Yeah.
I meant you can still go back and watch
Yeah,
it if you
Watch
want
that
to.
pilot, yeah.
Yeah, you watch the pilot, and
Watch the
now
pilot.
it's here.
And I'm joined by me!
Yeah, so, well, we got a couple of questions from it last time, so since this is the first show for us,
Cool.
I thought we could answer these questions and
Let's do it.
do that as a VR, as a One Rift
Go for
VR
it. Sounds
section.
great.
Okay, yeah, so Alex FP asks, where do you see VR gaming in terms of market share with conventional gaming on a monitor or TV? So that's one question.
Okay.
How big will it be
Yeah.
compared to normal gaming?
Yeah.
And do you think VR will become something used solely for VR experiences that will be kept separate from normal games, or
Yeah.
will it become the standard to play for all games through the use of
Okay.
your desktop?
Well, first of all, hello Alex.
Hello, Alex.
Thanks for the question. No.
No. Yeah,
No. Answering the first question, do I think it's going to be
Market share.
market share? Yeah, it's going to be a big
It's
share
gonna
of
be
the
huge,
market. Without a shadow of a doubt.
But for how long? Do you know what I mean? Like, is this going to be like suddenly a spike of just
I think-
being instantly popular and then...
Yeah,
I've got a big opinion on VR, but
No, it's just to say because like I don't think it's going to be a fad sort of thing. I think it's gone past that point now where they've actually done it right. So obviously it is going to continue remaining popular. And they've got to keep people's attention with VR and how they do it. I don't know yet, obviously. And I can see it obviously being popular straight away because it's new. You know, everyone wants it. Everyone wants that experience. So in that respect, and for how long, I don't know. So I see it.
I see it only getting better. And when something gets better, it tends to get bigger. You look at smartphones. I mean, Palmer always compares it to smartphones, doesn't he? There's a little soundbite that when smartphones first came out, they weren't brilliant, but they kept getting better. And now everybody has a smartphone. You can't live without it. I see that happen in VR. I think it's going to be right. I don't think it will overtake conventional gaming because it's always going to be one step behind. It always needs. You can make games look amazing, but the VR component of it to make a game look amazing is always going to take a little bit more power. So they're always going to be one step behind. If, for example, Crysis runs systems to the limit, pushes them
because it's not programmed well.
aside from optimization issues, Crysis pushes games to the limit, pushes systems to the limit. Now, if you was to take a game like Crysis and run that in VR, it would need more power than it would do on a traditional system to account for VR. So it's always going to be that little bit behind, which is a bit of a shame.
But quickly going back to you saying about phones or becoming, they're more of a necessity. That's become a necessity. Do you know what I mean? Phones. Can you compare a phone to a VR? You're not going to suddenly walk around somewhere with a VR.
Everybody needs a phone.
But everybody only needs a phone for texts and calls. The internet and all that kind of stuff is a nice aspect to have, isn't it?
But you've got it. It's with you all the time, isn't it? No matter where you are.
You could go and buy a £10 cheap phone and then.
Because my argument comes. I love VR. As you know, I kickstarted Oculus. I wasn't lucky enough to get one at launch, even though I only pre-ordered it an hour later. I haven't tried the Rift, but I have tried the Vive, and I'm raving about VR. But my argument with VR is things have come and gone all the time. You look at the Wii U, the Wii controller. Everyone thought that was going to be the future of gaming. It's the most broken all records for sales. What's happened to it? The Wii U, forgot about it. 3D TVs was another thing. Got better.
That was the biggest.
Got better. People loved it. It was a massive hype. I don't think VR is going to be a hype.
No,
I don't. I'm not saying it's just going to go out the window. I think it's only going to get better, but I think it's never going to replace conventional gaming.
No,
until they solve certain problems. Movement is one, and software. If they haven't got games good enough, because my experience with Vive is it's amazing. But you wouldn't want to do it for more than 15 minutes for each game.
I know
because the games are just novelty. It's something to show your friends, and that's an initial wow.
Exactly.
It's great. But then, would you want to play it for? I wouldn't want to play Job Simulator for an hour.
No, that's true. Give it 5 or 6 years down the line, when the screen technology is better, pixel density, all that. Is it going to replace the monitor? Would you happily put on a headset and play a 2D game, a flat traditional monitor game?
No.
In a headset?
I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't. That's just me. I just don't think everyone wants the hassle of having to put unless they make it wireless and really improve that sort of tech.
If you're wireless and sit on the couch and you've got your headset next to you and feel like playing a game, just pop it on. I think that could be huge.
But I suppose no one really knows the implications yet with what that will be to your body. Do they really don't know
having that
constant so close to your face. I mean, you might find in 5 years' time that you start having blackouts or fits and stuff. You just don't know. I mean, I don't think it will be like that, but you just don't know. I mean,
or I won't know what's real.
That's smell, though, isn't it? And I think that's my. Like, I don't want to be completely isolated from the world all the time when I'm playing a game.
To have something on, you've got to be comfortable as well. It's got to be comfortable on long periods of time.
For me, I just want to sometimes just pop on a game and only spend half an hour in it, but I don't want the hassle of having to
set everything
pop something on. I know what you're saying. It's going to only get easier to set up and pop on and stuff like that. But I sometimes like the social aspect of gaming.
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, you're not going to get that with VR. And even if you're playing a game one player, and I live with my wife, I like knowing that sometimes she walks in the room, and I can just like say something or whatever. She can bring me some chips or another beer or something. I don't think you like
stereotypical. Bring me another beer.
Bring me another beer, love. But I don't think you get that with VR, and I think. Don't get me wrong, I think there's going to be some amazing experiences, like we mentioned Skyrim in VR. That's going to, and I would happily play that, but I wouldn't then want to play another game that's 2D side scroller with a headset on.
No, that's true.
That's just me.
Speaking of the social aspect, though, PlayStation VR is going to dominate local multiplayer with VR.
Console, though, is it?
Are they going to solve the problem? Do you reckon?
Again, I think it just comes down to content. All the games I've seen, just
they've got the game out, but it's like more just like a like you said earlier about showing off to your friends.
It's a show off. Like they've just released a trailer for a brand new PSVR game called Tethered. I don't know if you've seen the trailer for this.
No, I can't say it.
And it's best way I can explain it. It's an isometric, top-down sort of godlike view. So you're the god. You're like looking over this area. And you've got these funny little munchkin-y creatures or whatever they are. And what you do is you tether them up to a section of the map, and like you might tether one bloke up to fend the crops, you might tether another one up to like do the cooking or whatever. It's sort of Minecrafty in a way that at night you've then got to defend your territory. You've got to hope you've built up enough resources to survive the night. Do you want to play that for hours on end? Can you get 100 hours from that type of experience?
People do, them sort of games. They do.
No, Minecraft is huge.
Yeah. I shouldn't have used the word Minecraft.
No,
but you know what I mean? There are some games that just come out and you're just like...
It's any form of game where you have to like build up certain things, like what you said, gathering crops and then make sure you've got enough resources. People love that stuff, don't they?
They do.
They get obsessed with it.
But do you need VR to do that?
No.
I mean, that's a game that they're
you don't
trying to sell VR.
Yeah.
Do you need a game like that?
Yeah.
I mean, if it was
spend
Minecraft,
money on a VR just to get Minecraft.
If it was Minecraft VR, where you got the same view and you're first person, rather than like a godlike. What element does that do that a joystick can't do? I mean, does it really add anything to it? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, and there's just some games that I just think are 15-minute jobs. It's like when I played The Vive and I played Job Simulator.
Yeah.
It's great. It's really, really good. You can literally touch anything.
Yeah.
It feels like you've got physical hands in the game. Like there was a point where I even thought I was going to pop a controller on a table.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I realised that table's not there. That's how crazy it was. Yeah. But would I want to play that?
Would you want to play it again? That's the thing. Like you put it down and then you put it back on. You'd be like, I'm just going to do the same thing.
Well, exactly. I'm going to staple. I'm going to I'm going to fry a piece of paper because I can. You know.
You think you spent £500-600 on a decent VR headset, and yet you're sitting there with a job simulator.
Exactly. Filing reports.
I'm really not.
I'm doing that at home. I'm doing my job. I don't. You know, until something is a real killer. Game. Then I don't. It's not going to go away.
No.
It's not going to go away. I can see maybe VR really taking off with sort of like virtual tours and things and.
Yeah, that'd be good.
You know, business related.
What I really want to see is Disney World in VR.
That is ideal.
Perfect.
That's ideal.
Yeah.
That'd be absolutely amazing. Or like,
don't know, Disney World in VR.
Where you just go experience
just
Disney
walk
World.
around the park.
Oh, you don't have to fly to Disney World.
That's one of my dreams.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you said about you could get a VR when you sit like in the front row of, like, for example, wrestling or something.
Let's talk about that sports events.
Sports events.
You feel like you're actually
sitting there.
Exactly. You're like watching the live football game, World Cup final or something. You're like actually on the pitch side.
And nothing like that's ready yet, which is a shame. So it's stuff I'm really looking forward to.
That to me would sell VR. It really, really would. And that's sort of that evolution on, like, again, 3D TVs and things. That's where you want it to be at. And that's where I think it can go. Is it a gaming
It won't replace.
It won't replace conventional gaming.
No.
It literally won't. For me, I still much. I mean, I love using a keyboard and mouse. I love using a controller.
Yeah.
I couldn't spend 100 hours playing Job Simulator.
You sure? Stamping papers.
Yeah. But I've not experienced the Rift. I have to experience it. But I thought the vibe was quite.
I think it might be a bit disappointing now then.
What the Rift?
Just because of the hand controls, just because there aren't any.
Well, I don't know. See, to me, I don't like the idea of having to walk around a 15 by 15 square.
All the experiences?
But not all like that. I only witnessed a few games. I played Playroom. I played the Gallery, which is like an episodic, like Myst adventure type thing, which was really really cool. And Job Simulator, but yeah, it was alright.
Did it sell it to you?
Oh, I love VR. I love that. The technical aspect is you can't fault it.
Yeah.
Which is why I was so hyped for Rift when it came out. But the games just aren't.
Yeah.
They're not my, and I don't think they're everyone's cup of tea for like long periods of time. They're just not. Maybe interactive movies and things like that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that?
Have you played Apollo yet?
No.
Play Apollo.
Really?
I was blown away by it. Absolutely, yeah.
What's that?
It's a little interactive. It's not a game.
Okay.
That's
just like one of those other experiences.
Yeah.
VR
You play a little bit of it.
No, you've told me about it.
Yeah.
The space thing.
Basically, you go through the whole Apollo 11 mission.
Okay.
Pretty much from start to finish. Obviously, it's not in real time.
Yeah.
You get all the spiel at the start of it.
Yeah.
And you're sitting in a room and you're watching this film. President's talking about going to the moon.
Wow.
But you really feel emotional.
Like you're part of it.
Yeah, and I've never had. I have. That was a very emotional experience.
Which you wouldn't have got
Playing to the end of it. Which I wouldn't. No. Okay. Lighting issues. Yeah, I wouldn't have got that from conventional gaming.
Yeah. Okay. Ignore the lights.
Ignore the lights.
Yeah. Well, I can see it.
Yeah.
Taking most of, maybe some of people's attention.
Yeah.
But not everybody's. Yeah. A good question. That was a
good question. Yeah.
That's a really good question.
Got one more.
One more question.
I think we'll go over this one pretty quickly.
Yeah.
From Card Counter 21. Nice informal chat. That's on Two Guys One Rift. But would have been good to hear your thoughts on FOV, screen door, and Gear VR comparisons. Oh, and tell your cameraman to sort out the white balance before shooting next time.
You wait till the next question. Sort out the lighting.
Sort out the lighting. One of our LEDs is dying, so if you're watching the video, that's what's happening. I think it just gets a bit too hot, doesn't it?
I think so.
And that's why it did it last time. Because we had it off for a while, didn't we?
Yeah.
I was fixing it and then it started. Anyway,
FOV,
FOV, screen door. It's basically the whole quality of the thing, isn't it? The whole quality of the image. I think what they're referring to.
Yeah.
I'd say it needs to be. It's good, and it's good for gaming. It's not good for video experiences. No. I don't think it's good enough yet.
Okay. But it's Mark 1, isn't it?
It is Mark 1.
Games get you. Once you're in the game, you get involved. You kind of forget to use, and then all of a sudden you're in that.
You're in the zone.
Yeah,
exactly.
And because we're so used to HD screens everywhere on everything.
Yeah.
That's still going. Yeah. It's still going. I can't see I've been blinded by the light. We're so used to HD screens and everything. When you watch one of those 360 videos or you watch a video experience, it's just
not. You can tell.
Yeah.
Like when you watch standard definition telly.
Yeah, you go back in time.
Becomes snobby now, don't you? Standard definition.
When the resolution gets better on future generations, that's good.
Exactly. It's still Mark 1. It's only going to improve.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just going to make those experiences. But it's just going to be like my Disneyland dream. The sports events, it's going to make them so much better.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're thinking of obviously investing in VR, if you really, really feel like you're missing out, buy one. But if you want to wait, you're only going to get something that's better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So games aren't quite there.
Games aren't there,
and this
the
is
text it's always going to
kind of what I'm hoping with PlayStation VR that they will bring out something amazing that all of a sudden will kick it up a gear and make everything else everyone else have to bring something out.
So wait until October.
Yeah.
Card Counter 21.
Yeah. So what we got coming up next week?
So next week
or next time?
Next time, I think we're going to be.
Most of it's going to be taken.
Most of it's going to be E3.
Yeah,
because there's going to be so much stuff to fish through.
Yes.
So much stuff to fish
Talk
through.
about
And see if we was right.
And see who was right.
Yeah, that's it.
So, yeah, I think that's been a pretty decent first show.
Yeah.
Apology for the lights.
Yeah, we should probably wrap it up.
We should probably wrap it up. It's very late.
It's very late, and our late is dying. Our light is dying.
Our light is dying.
Dying light. Yeah.
But it's going to go up on YouTube.
Yeah, we'll go up on YouTube. We'll try to get on iTunes and all the big podcasting
So you
channels that way.
can just listen to us if
Yeah.
you don't see our
Yeah.
ugly faces.
We'll definitely be on YouTube first because that's easiest, and then go for the
Go from
channels
there.
And
to
then-
get on iTunes. Hopefully.
Hopefully we
Hit
can
subscribe.
hit subscribe. Lock it down.
Lock it down.
Sit down and game.
That's it.
Cheers, guys.
Yep, so I've been your host, Internet's Buzz Stringer. You can catch me on Twitter at Buzz Stringer or YouTube. Just search Buzz Stringer, I'll pop up there. And we have Rob.
Yeah, you can catch me at Vegan Gamer Guy. Yes, I am a vegan. I don't look like it. Or you can watch my Twitch streams. I do Twitch streams at Vegan Gamer Guy again.
Very simple.
And yeah, you can follow Mark.
Yeah, you follow me on Twitter at Markio1988. And that's pretty much all I've got.
So yeah, obviously you can forward your questions to either at Sit Down and Game or at our various
Yeah.
Twitters. Cool.
Yeah, so we'll catch you next time.
Next time. Cheers,
Sit
guys.
down and game.
See you later. Yay!
It's exhausting doing that.
It's quite time, isn't it?